PlayStation just dropped a stacked PlayStation Plus lineup. Capcom is already cooking up more Resident Evil. A brand new Avatar movie is officially finished, and we got anime announcements the fans been waiting on. And that's just the beginning. Let's talk about it. Welcome back to episode 29 of KB Talks, the show where gaming, anime, and movies all collide. I'm KB, and before we get started, make sure you're subscribed so on Tuesdays and Saturdays you're locked in for the gaming live streams, plus the weekly KB Talk videos. But now, let's jump right into the video. We're starting with PlayStation Plus, and the March monthly games are officially here. This month, you're getting a mix of RPGs, shooters, and some chill farming energy. The lineup includes PGA Tour 2K25, Monster Hunter Rise, Slime Rancher 2, and The Elder Scrolls Online. Honestly, Monster Hunter Rise alone make this month worth checking out if you never jumped into the series. But that's not all, because the extra and premium tiers are getting a pretty serious upgrade this month. Here's what's joining the PlayStation Plus Extra and Premium catalog. First game up is Warhammer 40,000 Space Marine 2, EA Sports Madden NFL 26, Persona 5 Royal, Persona 5 Royal Ultimate Edition, Blasphemous 2, Metal Eden, Lord of the Rings Return to Mora. I'm gonna definitely check that one out. Astroneer and Tekken Dark Resurrection. Persona 5 Royal showing up here is huge win for anyone who still hasn't experienced one of the best RPGs in the last decade, and Space Marine 2 jumping into the catalog is definitely going to bring a lot of players back into the Warhammer universe. But outside of PlayStation Plus, we got some other major gaming news happening. First up, Quake might be making a comeback. ID Software's parent company, ZeniMax, has officially filed for a new trademark for Quake, which usually means something is cooking behind the scenes. And if history taught us anything, when classic shooters start getting new trademark, it usually means a reboot, remaster, or a revival is on the way. And it's funny because just the other day I was like, where's Quake? I remember I only played one Quake game when I was a child, and I remember having mad fun with it. But I'm waiting on I'm hoping this comeback is done right and it's not a flop, so they just do a one and done. I actually enjoyed the series. Hopefully they go all the way through and we get a good Quake game. Next up, Resident Evil fans might want to pay attention. Capcom has confirmed that a story expansion DLC for Resident Evil Requiem is currently in development. So if you thought the story was finished, apparently Capcom isn't done with it yet. I've seen a bunch of Resident Evil fans having fun with the latest release. I'm not really a Resident Evil fan. I think the only one I liked was 4, and then I haven't really kept up with them. But I'm happy for all the Resident Evil fans getting more story. And then finally, we've got something for the Ghost of Yotei players. The Legends mode is now officially available for all players. Here's what you can expect. 4 playable classes, multiple difficulty modes, unique cosmetics, 2-player and 4-player online co-op, and battles against the demonic Yotei 6. If you love the multiplayer from Ghost of Tsushima, this is definitely something worth checking out. I haven't played Ghost of Tsushima or Ghost of Yotei in a minute, but I did enjoy what I did play of it. It was like a nice, calming game, cool to play something different. But that's the gaming side of things. Now it's time to turn to anime. First up, I wouldn't call this great news, but the beginning after the end has officially been confirmed for season 2 and is scheduled to release April 1st, 2026. The series is being handled by Studio ACAT, and if you're reading the manual, you already know the story gets even bigger from here. But my issues is it's the same studio from season 1, and this deserves Solo Leveling quality of work, not what we got last season. And I don't see they already put up a trailer for season 2, but I don't see no jump in quality. This looks like one of the projects on the back burner that they don't really care about, when this could have easily been their Solo Leveling. But it doesn't seem like attention and great care is put into this. This is one of my favorite manhwas, and this is it's giving me One Punch Man season 3 vibes, and I was snapping watching that. Like, just snatch this up and give it this. Give me a second. Just take this off their hands and give it to somebody else, because they don't. From what we already have, they don't deserve it. What it looks like we're getting is also the same as last season. So if you're not gonna if you're not about to put like top quality effort into this, don't even bother doing it. This is another problem I had when they announced a bunch of mangas are I mean not mangas, a bunch of manhwas are getting done. Solo Leveling set the groundwork for manhwas. Why are these places not putting in the care for, because these stories and these manhwas are great. You already have They're already in color, so you know what everything's supposed to look like. There are about to be at least 4 or 5 more manhwas getting turned into anime. Give them to I'm gonna say it, give them the competent studios, because you out of high school looked great, but they rushed the story. Solo Leveling, that studio blew it out the water. The beginning after the end season 1, they could have gave it to the studio that's doing uh Mushoku Tensei. They could have gave it to them, because it's in the beginning it's similar. So they already done, I believe, 2-3 seasons, and the quality for that is amazing. Give them one of the give them this manual, and this would be talked about on the same level as Solo Leveling. I guarantee it. But they already fumbled the release of this anime, so I already know it's going down as another passable anime. I'm gonna I'm gonna watch season 2. If it doesn't, I'm gonna let you guys know if it doesn't improve, because just like the way I was ranting and raving about One Punch Man season 3, I will do the same about this if it's not the quality it deserves. But next up, we got a collaboration announcement. Blue Lock is teaming up with Uniqlo for a brand new clothing collaboration. And if the previous anime clothing drops are anything to go by, these collections usually sell out very quickly. I like Uniqlo. Their clothes fit nice on me. And then I haven't really kept up with Blue Lock. I know it's a soccer anime. They usually sell out their anime collabs quickly, so make sure you Blue Lock fans go out and grab it. And then for Isekai fans, the slime is back. The Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime season 4 is officially premiering on Netflix April 4th, 2026. That's a nice birthday present for me. And at this point, Rimuru might actually be the busiest slime in anime. This is another one. Every season for this, the animation has been quality. Even when it's slower slice of life style episodes, but we still get quality animation. They whether they do high action packed episodes or slice of life, the quality of the anime is still up top. This is what I wanted for the beginning after the end, but enough talking about them. Listen, people already gave Reincarnated as a slime the title of King of Isekai. It's a great story. I've read the manga, but the show is pushing ahead of the manga. The manga is almost at the end of last season. So at this, for people who prefer to just watch the anime, just know nobody can spoil it for you unless they read the novel. But before we switch over to what's happening over in Hollywood for movies and television, let me give you the recommendations of the episode. We got the manga of the episode and the comic book of the episode. The manga of the episode goes to the youngest son of the Enowa merchant groups. The story follows Yoon Seho, the youngest son of the powerful Yunhi merchant family. He's born with an unbelievable talent for business, but his success makes powerful enemies. Eventually, he's killed by the Martial Alliance, only to suddenly wake up in the past on the day he first started learning a trade. This time, he refused to live with regrets. Armed with genius intelligence, financial power, and martial skills, he begins building an empire to destroy the people who betrayed him. If you like revenge stories, business strategy, and martial arts, this is definitely worth checking out. It currently has 50 chapters. The art is great. This is one highly recommend. So please go check it out. Now we're moving on to the comic book of the episode. And the comic book of the episode goes to Lucifer 2015. The story begins with heaven in chaos because God is dead. The archangel Gabriel publicly accuses his brother Lucifer of being responsible. To clear his name, Lucifer reluctantly teams up with Gabriel to investigate the crime. Their search takes them across heaven, earth, and every realm in between, uncovering secrets that threaten the balance of creation itself. But there's a mystery surrounding Lucifer himself, because throughout the investigation he hides a mysterious injury that no one can explain. It's part celestial detective story and part mythological drama. The art for this is amazing. It's not like regular comic book art. When I say regular, I mean like DC or Marvel, even though Lucifer is under DC. But the Lucifer books to me are amazing. Uh I have to go back and read the beginning. I think it's 2000 or 2005, one of them, but I'll probably go back and read the whole series from the beginning. I don't know if they interconnect, so I'll have to check that out. But once again, the manga of the episode is the youngest son of the Yunhi merchant group, and the comic book is Lucifer 2015. All right, now that we covered gaming and anime, let's slide into the chaos happening over in Hollywood. First up, DC news. Aaron Pierre will officially return as John Stewart in Man of Tomorrow. The film is scheduled to hit theaters July 9th, 2027. And with the DC universe slowly expanding again, John Stewart might end up becoming one of the key characters moving forward. And this is one of the things I like about James Gunn universe. You'll see a character, then right away they'll appear in another project. So it's not like, hey, we just introduced this character. You're not going to see him for 4 or 5 projects later. It helps keep the characters in your mind. Like look at Marvel. They introduced Shang-Chi, never seen him again. Kate Bishop, we seen her in Hawkeye. I don't think we've seen her again after that till like uh Miss Marvel, when she tried to form her little team. But other than that, it's like, where are the characters? That's why I like James Gunn approach, to where it's a like like Supergirl. She appeared in Superman. Now she got her movie. Then they're introducing Lobo in there. Maybe we'll see him in another project soon. But I like that we're getting characters, and then they're not just put to the wayside. Like in Superman, we got uh Guy Gardner. Yeah, we got a Lantern series. He's gonna be in that. So they're taking characters from each series and putting them in the next project. Hope Hopefully all these are good. I've enjoyed what we got so far, and I trust the vision of James Gunn. I just don't like certain costumes. Other than that, he got my full support. But next up, Spider-Man fans, the upcoming Spider-Man Noir project will not be a continuation of the Spider-Man Noir from the Spider-Verse movies. We all figured that because, well, I'm not going to say we all. I figured that because in the Spider-Verse movies, he's called Peter. In the Spider-Man Noir show, he's called Ben Riley. So they said instead it's described as a completely different version of the character with its own tone and story. In other words, same concept, different universe. I feel like it might be a rights issue. They can't use Peter Parker for the show since Marvel is doing Tom Holland's Spider-Man. But either way, the show looks good. I just don't like the fact that they're dumping all 8 episodes at once. Because you dump it at once at most, people gonna talk about the show for 2 weeks to a month. You slow roll it out. First two episodes, uh, the first week. Then you got six more weeks of people talking about it every episode. That's how you keep it alive. I don't I don't think there's no show that they dumped all the episodes at once that people continue to talk about. I'm sorry, but I don't like that choice. But finally, we got huge news for the Avatar The Last Airbender fandom. Production has officially wrapped on the upcoming animated sequel movie. The film is titled Avatar Aang, The Last Airbender, formerly known as The Legend of Aang. The story jumps forward in time and follows the characters as adults. They even put out new new images of the characters, and the voice cast is absolutely stacked. They got Eric Nam as Aang, Jessica Mayton as Katara, Roman Zaragoza as Sokka. I might pronounce this one wrong. Diane Kwan as Toph, and Steven Yeun as Zuko. And the main villain will be voiced by Dave Bautista. They said potentially other cast members might include Taika Waititi, Ki Hugh Kwan, and the legendary D. Bradley Baker. The movie is set to release October 9th, 2026, exclusively on Paramount Plus. And Avatar fans have been waiting a long time for this moment. But we all hoped it was coming to theaters because that's that's what it deserves. That's what it started as, but for some reason Paramount decided to push it to streaming on Paramount Plus. All right, that's the full rundown across gaming, anime, movies, and television this week. A lot of significant moves. numerous surprises, and honestly, 2026 is already shaping up to be an incredible year for entertainment. If there's a topic you think should be discussed in a future episode, let me know down in the comments below or reach out on Twitter at KB Streams. Thanks for hanging with me. This is KB Talks, the place where gaming, anime, and movies collide. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.